Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. What a weekend. Okay, so let me start with the impeachment trial in the Senate. I suggested there would be a glimmer of hope. Well, I didn't even say hope because I kind of didn't want to go there. I just referred to it as a glimmer. I said a small number may come across and vote to convict. It was a possibility. However, I also said it wasn't my first rodeo as well with the Republicans, and we know from past experience what they're like. And, you know, even this monumental insurrection where people passed over was not enough to get them voting with their conscience. So absolutely appalling. However, I want to now come back to the word hope. I probably should have used the word hope because there were 7 Republicans who basically put themselves on the line, including their own personal safety. We know these are violent mobs of militia that the ex-president can whip up. Not only that, but their political future. They put their futures on the line, their safety on the line, and voted to convict 7 Republicans. So there is hope. There's always hope. So as bitterly disappointed as I am, and I couldn't even come on yesterday and read because I was just so, you know, I knew that acquittal would embolden the ex-president's mob. And I knew that that emboldening would actually extend here in Australia and to other parts of the world. So, yeah, I spent there yesterday very, very flat and disappointed. But then I had to stop and I had to go, well, hold on a minute. Let's just see what plays out over the next couple of days. And now we are finding reports that the criminal justice system, of course, which Moscow Mitch suggested should take care of this in a blistering speech. We know he could have taken care of it by rallying his troops to vote to convict, but he didn't. Nevertheless, it is a reality that the criminal justice system now is in play. And from reports, the ex-president is holed up in Mar-a-Lago, very concerned about action. And my gut feeling is telling me it's not just criminal action he's concerned about in relation to the insurrection. Forget the state matters. He's very worried about civil action, or my feeling is he's worried about civil action as well from the families of those that passed over as a result of the insurrection that he incited. The one good thing, of course, well, there are many good things, but the one thing that I'm focusing on is that the Raskin and his team, the impeachment managers, laid out very, very, very meticulous evidence which is not in dispute. So I think we're only just getting started. As bitterly disappointed as you and I are, I think we're only getting started. So I've just got a few questions for today. I want to know if the Senate or the Congress, the House and the Senate, will move forward with Amendment 14, is it, of your Constitution, which actually allows for a simple majority vote. And we know that they actually have a supermajority in the Senate, 57 likely votes. Will they move forward with amendment? Is it amendment or Section 14? Which, of course, prevents anyone who's taken part in insurrection from holding high office. Constitutional scholars say that it would need to go to the court. Well, great. Pass the damn thing and let it go to the court and let the ex-president defend his actions. I'm not sure that that's going to do him any favours. So let's start with that first question. You know, the Democrats might decide that there's been enough now and it's time to get on with things. But let's see, will that Section 14, Amendment 14 of the US Constitution, will the Democratic Party bring it forward now to prevent Trump from holding any sort of office? I'm not sure they will. So we've got the Seven of Cups. Nobody's made a choice about that, or that's the signifier card. That there is still a lot of illusion around this whole ex-president. And if you go to any site on Facebook, although you'd want to stay away from that, you will see the keyboard warriors again not accepting reality, that the Capitol was rioted, that there was insurrection and people died, including police. What's challenging that is a new start. So there are powerful, I guess, or forces within the Democratic Party that just want to get on with their agenda. Let's see what is at the foundation. That he has finished, that he was not elected, and whichever way you dice it, as time goes on, and the legal processes move through, including those state actions, those state criminal investigations, that there's a huge feeling that his time is over, even though there's a lot of rhetoric about him making a comeback. I thought it was very significant that he did not release a video upon acquittal, where 57 senators voted to acquit and to convict, and 43 voted to acquit. Need I say any more? He didn't release a face-to-face video. He sent his spokesperson out. And again, this goes to laying low, because he knows there's either criminal or civil. Now, I mentioned a pocket pardon. That is a self-pardon, a pocket self-pardon. If he has one of those, civil action, he can't receive a pardon from civil action. There's many who say a self-pardon won't hold up in court anyway. So he knows he's in legal trouble. Now we have here in the past, we've got this new start. So I'm seeing a lot of feelings about let's just get on with things. And move away from this. What's in the sky now? I've got two aces. Again, a plan, or it's a potential. They might do that. So even though there are sections of the Democratic Party that just want to get on and let Biden do his work, and their administration do their work, there is some that want this to go forward. Now, in the immediate future, we've got the lies and the deception. Now, that's interesting. So there's also, I think, a mood there to when the new Attorney General is in to pursue some of this as well. In the here and now, we've got him. This is around the campaign donations. I think there's going to be legal action around the money that he siphoned off from his fundraising. I think they're going to crack down on that as well. And the environment around is the truth coming forward. Now, when I did my reading on the stellium, many planets in Aquarius in the 8th house of endings and beginnings, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing this truth coming forward. Now, whether or not he was convicted won't matter, because the truth is on the march. Now, we have in the hopes and fears, we have the courts and and also the lawmakers. Let's see what the outcome is. We've got an abuse of power here. What is challenging that? The Knight of Cups. So they're also worried about his, and defending himself. They're also worried about the danger that the mob, let's just call them the mob, the cult of Trump, because that's what that is, that he is rallying around them. Now, at the base of the pack, we have a strategy. And we have people coming together whichever way you look at McConnell's speech, which excoriated the ex-president, you've got this, I think, wanting criminal investigations to go forward on the insurrection. So, let me draw a clarifier. At this point, I'm not getting a clear action that they will bring forward the 14th for all the reasons that I have outlined. What I see here is moving forward with criminal investigations. That's what I see. And not just into the insurrection. I've got these campaign finances that are, judgment, that are in play at the moment. Now they might have evidence there already. Will they move forward with Amendment 14 or Section 14? Okay, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles. Now it's all coming back to the money here. And where the money came from. So again, it's the money trail that's going to take him down, whether that's campaign donations or I have to go to the state. I have to go to New York. Cyvant's expanding that investigation now to include a continual money coming through a particular lending over the last however long, coming through to the Trump organisation. That's where they're going to go. They're going to look at the money laundering, I feel. And you've got now many investigations coming together now that the DOJ is in objective, unbiased hands. You're going to see SDNY start to activate as well. It's all around the money. They're going to get him on the money trail. So Section 14, I'm not convinced they want to proceed. There are some that do, but there are also very powerful forces within the Democratic Party to say, no, look, we need to get on with things and we need to be careful of civil unrest as well in the present climate. Okay, so I think I've answered, will he face criminal charges? Absolutely. I think I've also answered, we'll throw again on the civil because I'm getting a strong draw to the civil charges as well. So let's have a look. If if the ex-president, that's my name for him now, no ifs, buts, maybes, it's ex-president. Okay, so will the ex-president, it's like an ex-boyfriend, isn't it? You never want to see them again. An abusive ex-boyfriend. Okay, so will the ex-president face civil? We know that they're coming after him with criminal. Will he face civil charges? Will he face civil charges? Something wants to come out. Russia as well wants to come out. But that's also the card of abundance. What is there? The 6 of Pentacles. There is a wealth of, again, who he helped. He helped the mob. This is giving and receiving help. So he's going to be challenged by the help he gave those who stormed, who rioted the Capitol. And the Page of Swords, again, the traitor, the insurrectionist, and some kind of truth coming out. And I keep going back again to the 6 of Pentacles. He gave them help, and that's coming out. So no wonder he's not appearing on camera yet. Because he knows he's not just worried about the evidence already out there. He's worried about the evidence still to be obtained in the FBI, DOJ's criminal investigation of the insurrection. And he is restricted or has been restricted. And he is worried. The media reports are consistent with this reading. The courts here. Absolutely. Oh, how long is a piece of string? How long? By the time that the courts are finished, this is civil, question on civil. We got the criminal in the reading before. He's going to be done. Absolutely done. For why? An abuse of power. Now, the civil cases will, and it could even be those that have been convicted, the actual rioters, the mob themselves, might bring action against him to say, this commander-in-chief, this president, abused his power, and as a result, I've lost everything. Whew. Oh yeah, the cult of Trump, the cult of the ex-president, sending the mob forward. These are not good cards for him. Justice is there. Justice is there because he created a cult. He abused his power. I will march with you. March down to the Capitol. You heard it. You know, some might think the Democratic Party should have called witnesses. Some might think they should have done this. They should have done that. Maybe they shouldn't have impeached him. Maybe they should have, whatever. The good that they've done in solidifying this criminal and civil action against him will become clear as time goes on. Hey, this is things coming forward very, very quickly. The Chariot card. And you know what? There's more to come on his role in the insurrection, which is influencing this read. The Three of Wands. Enough work has been done. This is waiting for something to come through. This could even be foreign. When all of this comes out, the narrative could be, this was someone who was indebted, an asset to foreign powers who led an insurrection to try and overturn election results. And we have bitterly disappointed, obviously. So there's more to come. This is information coming out. And this is endings of cycles, but it's also the need for moderation now from this toxicity, the Devil card. I think the civil action will come once the criminal investigations bring out more information. There's something here about his role, the Ten of Pentacles. Again, it's tying everything together. That's the Trump organisation and foreign, and whipping up the partisanship as well. He's not going to be able to run in 2024 because he will have faced so much investigation. So let's now go. Well, I'll just throw 2 or 3 cards. Will he run in 2024? I already know the answer to that is no. Will he run? He might say he's going to for the purposes of grifting, but he's never going to get there. Will he actually run as a Republican nominee, Republican candidate? Will he run as a Republican candidate in 2024? Will the ex-president run as the Republican candidate in the 2024 election? All right, so we have here the King of Swords, investigations, challenged by the Democratic Party who are holding power. So these 2 cards signify that over the next few years you're going to see those investigations. Something has ended for him, and he is facing judgment. He is in the past. The 8 of Cups, he lost. Okay. In the sky, the Ace of Pentacles. Again, new starts. It's not looking good that he will. The 3 of Pentacles, this is rebuilding something, but it's also monetary forces coming together. They do not want him there. So I can't see that he has a future. The Queen of Swords, this is prosecution. This is prosecution. The Queen. This is in the here and now position. Letitia James, New York, truth emerging, truth's on the march. That's in the here and now. This is can be it's in the hopes and fears. He's walking a tightrope. Ooh, and the Magician. So we've got here somebody trying to manifest something, but we also have it clarified by bombshells, the Page of Cups. Something is coming out here. Something is coming out here. And we also have the Page of Wands, which is new start. So I'm just seeing that there are Seven of Wands having to defend himself. So the criminal and the civil actions to come, and particularly New York New York investigations are going to prevent that run. That's my prediction. And I keep getting audiently no. Okay, let's now go to the Benedict Arnolds in the Senate. Those that voted to acquit. Those that voted to acquit the ex-president in his impeachment trial. Let me just cut the deck. What's their future in general terms? Of course, it will be individual for each senator that voted to acquit, but generally, are they politically strong, or will they? What's the word? I was going to say their power dissolves in time because of the action that they took. Will the senators who voted to acquit, do they have a bright political future? Will these senators in time who voted to acquit, will they have a bright political future? Now I'm seeing the King of Swords. The Nine of Cups, we've got wish fulfillment here. This is wishing for something. And we've got challenged by secrets emerging. And this is what I thought. So, at this point, they're wishing on a star, but they're challenged by secrets that will emerge. And judgment and inevitable coming to a close. This is karmic here. This card kept coming up for the ex-president a year before he lost the election, and I kept saying that he wasn't going to get re-elected. It's the same sort of thing. I don't know if they will keep their positions, but judgment will be harsh, because by the time we get to their next elections, we have masses of information to come out. And we've got loss here. Loss and betrayal. This is the Benedict Arnold card. That's in the past. What's in the future? Massive amount of truth to come. And I go back to my stellium reading, and then I threw cards after that and got an unclear result on conviction. But this is the stellium energy of bringing things to a close. How? Because the truth, the objective truth, is coming out. So I'm feeling much better having thrown these cards. They're walking a tightrope. They're juggling things. They chose where they were going to put their loyalties, and this is their position now in the immediate future. In the immediate future. That card also kept coming forward for the ex-president when I used to say he's walking a tightrope, remember? And he doesn't have a safety net. The here and now. There might be immediate gain amongst their supporters. Obviously, they're from states that reward the ex-president for his insurrection. However, this is also showing this new political start that we're in. What's the environment around the voters here? The voters want to move on from the ex-president, and I think there is a survey that's just come out that shows 54% don't want of Americans do not want. I reckon if they did that survey worldwide, you could bolster those numbers. They want this ex-president out of politics. Now we've got lots coming out over the next little while, and they fear it. They fear it. I have to say, that Eight of Swords is incredibly on the money, literally. They are fearing what is to come. And that was one of the motivations for McConnell's speech. It was like to give them cover. We won't convict on a technicality, but we actually think that he was responsible for the insurrection. I mean, what sort of a cop-out is that? They know there's more coming on this. The Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords. Moving on. They're going to try and, sleazy as they are, they're going to try and move away. They're going to, at some point, ditch him. But this is also people wanting to move away from him. They have overestimated his hold on the party, particularly as the legal processes go forward. They're going to move away from supporting him. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Would we expect anything else from them? Endings and beginnings. Okay, so they are going to, before they even get to their elections, they're going to move away from him like the rats deserting a sinking ship still. But it's also the end of this Knight of Pentacles, the end of this kind of, it's the end of the support. At some point in the future, the Republican Party is going to move away from Trump. I don't know how that's going to happen. But right now, we're in the thick of this cultish type of mentality and the delusion. However, at some point in the future, viewers, the truth is emerging, and it will emerge strongly, very strongly, in time. So be patient, because there's a death coming, an ending coming, and it is this Russian interference here that is likely to come out in the investigations, the state investigations in New York. So not a pretty picture in the future for either those senators, the Benedict Arnolds, nor the ex-president himself. So here we sit, knowing that the impeachment managers did a brilliant job of bringing forward evidence which will be used in the future. And the ex-president is facing monumental legal issues which will see that he won't run in 2024. The 14th Amendment, there are sections of the Democratic Party that want to move forward with that. There are sections that don't. I can't see a firm decision being made on that. It could go either way. So thank you for tuning in. Heads up, look up, not down, that nothing was lost really and everything was gained. So after that pull, I'm feeling a lot better and I'm going to get on with my week. So bye for now.